Hey guys, just want to record a quick video to kind of refresh your brains and all that sort of stuff because as you can see here in classroom, I'm out today. But we're going to be working on the PBL and just wanted to go over something real quick to just kind of refresh your memory and, in case you were a little bit stuck on the PBL. But down here, doctor versus doctor, historical against modern. The idea here is you are both doctors. You're the doctor in the past and you're the doctor nowadays. But what you are doing here is you're going to first go through the process of proposing uh, a treatment plan from the past. So you've got to do your research. You got to go look at how they would have treated your disease in the past and propose what that treatment plan would be. So go look online and do some research and see what you can find. When you found that information, kind of get an idea of what treatment they would have used back in the day, whatever time period you've chosen, and you can adjust your time period as you need to. Um, After that, you're going to, create that plan. And then the second phase of this is to look at it from the modern perspective. But remember, the doctor of the modern perspective is critiquing or problem finding with what the doctor in the past is doing. So they're looking at it from that modern perspective, and they're going to look at the impact, the actual impact of the treatment plan using a modern perspective. So if it says here, they're going to bleed the patient to remove bad humors, well, that's not a thing. That's you're bleeding the patient and killing the patient. So you can't do that. There's only a few reasons you would, bloodlet somebody today, and then people who do that just donate blood, and that's to reduce iron levels and things like that. So those are really rare. But the idea here is that the example is that the doctor would say, well, no, bloodletting actually impacts the patient negatively by reducing their ability to keep their body systems functioning. So you could, and then you would need to get into the depth there of what that actually does. Okay, so you're going to have to do some, some fact finding, some research to figure out exactly how that cure that's proposed by the past doctor is going to affect the patient. And you need to do that for at least 3 body systems. Okay. Now, remember, this is a PBL, and I'm going to be giving you this whole week in class to work on it. So my expectation of quality is pretty high. Okay, here is your steps to success right there, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can read over those. You'll remember back to last week, I went over a document that was our basic, like, here's the brief way to look at it. But what was missing out of that document is all the research, the actual treatment plan, the modern day treatment plan, the comparison between the two. That's what's really missing there. That basic, introductory thing, that was just to kind of get your brain working. And of course, you can access that document by clicking here on this link, and you can get in there. And I don't care if you copy that document, you can go ahead and copy it and make it your own and edit it and do what you need to do to just kind of get started if you need to. Now, at the end of class, you need to fill out this form right here. Okay, so you're going to click on that. I'll click on that now. And that's going to take you to this Google form. So you're going to go through this PBL check-in, your name, your last name, your class period, okay? You're going to talk about what your disease is and the brief description of how it impacts a patient. You don't have to go into too much detail here, okay? What time period does your old world doctor come from? So you need to kind of give us a frame of an approximate time period. You can even give an exact time period if there's a specific discovery or treatment plan you want them to have used. Let's see, what are 3 or more systems that you will be focusing on in your PBL? So this is where you're saying, these are the systems I'm going to talk about that are affected. So if your doctor is amputating a leg, You've got the integumentary system, you've got the muscular system, you've got the skeletal system, you've got the nervous system, you've got the circulatory system, you've got all these systems that are affected by this amputation. So that could be, that's just think through, what am I doing here? What's the cure? How is that affecting the patient? Even if the patient is getting, like George Washington did, a poultice of blister beetles applied to him, well, that's the nervous system, because pain, then you have the skin being affected because it's blistering the skin. You have the nervous system. Again, you can talk about how that would affect the heart rate going up because the pain is affecting the circulatory. So you can see it's pretty easy if you think about it, what that carries over to. What will you be doing to demonstrate what you've learned? Now, some of these questions you might not have an exact answer to yet. You might still be unsure exactly how you're going to demonstrate you've learned. Are you going to do a video? Are you going to do a stop motion animation? Are you going to do a presentation in class? No, that's not a PowerPoint. No, that's not a Prezi that we watch and you sit there silently. A presentation is where you give a presentation and you don't read to us. So that's an example of a type of thing you could do. If being up in front of people is not your thing, then don't do that. Play to something that is your strength to do this project. Okay, then right here, create a to-do list for things you must get done to complete this by the end of the week. Okay, so the idea there is that we're looking end of the week into next week, really, before anything's like the final product is due. But you should be wrapping up at the end of this week. So that's the idea behind that, is put that to-do list together so you know what you need to do to get this done. Don't submit this form without copying and pasting this list to somewhere you can see it. Otherwise, you'll have it lost, and I'll know what you need to do, but you won't. That's not the point of a to-do list. All right, and then we've got the CNC machine working, and we've got the 3D printer working. So if you want to 3D print something or produce something for a prop or something like that to help you demonstrate what you've learned in a presentation or part of a dynamic interactive poster, that would be great. I'd love to have somebody come up and do this. So you just need to reply yes or no. If you're not sure and you want to talk about it, let me know about that, and we'll go from there. Good chance to have some fun learning how to make something. As it says, you probably want to be good at Tinkercad. So if you used Tinkercad before, you're welcome to get in on this. All right, then you click submit and off you go. That's the basics of what you're going to be working on today. This form, again, filled out by the end of the class. I will see you guys later on in the week. Have a good one.